Don't be a flake. Don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Don't hesitate to say, hey, babe. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
Oh, wanna dance with some hey, babe. I wanna feel the heat with some hey, babe. Yeah, wanna dance with some hey, babe. With some hey, babe that loves me. Hey, babe.
Some baby, ooh, some baby, ooh, somebody who hey, babe. Somebody, ooh, somebody to hold me in. Hey, babe. I need a little bit of me and a hand that not enough to laugh. So when the night falls, my baby comes.
So you don't start the day drinking coffee?
No.
Really?
No, I really don't. I don't like, when I wake up, I don't like to eat or drink anything until my body's like, you're going to pass out.
Really?
It's probably not healthy. I know it's not healthy.
So you
we all know it's not healthy.
But you intermittent fast? No, that's what intermittent fasting is. Intermittent fasting is saying, because that's what breakfast means, break the fast. So when, did you know that?
Stop it now.
Swear to God.
I see, because it makes, you just blew my mind because it makes very much sense.
That's what it means.
Swear.
I swear to God.
You didn't just make it up?
No, breakfast means break fast, and it's the term that means you're breaking the fast because from not eating from the day before. And that's what intermittent fasting, basically, intermittent fasting's whole thing is when we were hunters and gatherers, you would only graze on stuff. You would only eat big meals when you hunted and killed it. So they're saying that's why you should only, you don't really need to eat all the time. Like, it's a luxury. That's why we have obesity and all these problems, because our bodies are not designed to eat like that. But that's what breakfast is, breaking the fast from the night before. But then that's what it is. It's break fast.
Yeah, but it makes so much sense, and it's never crossed my mind. So what is lunch?
Lunch is...
Let's go through them, pimpy.
What is lunch? Yeah, what's lunch mean?
Lunch.
No, where did the term lunch come from?
Etymology, maybe, babe.
Let's have Pimp spell etymology. Imagine he nails it. Lunch. According to the Oxford... Oh, they're uncertain.
No.
Yeah. It says it... are mysterious and complicated. Lunch was a very rare word up until the 19th century. One theory is that it derived from the word nuncheon.
Well, what about luncheon? Isn't a luncheon?
Yeah. My allergies. Well, back in England and medieval times, they would call it a nuncheon. So you wouldn't have lunch, you would have nunch.
You want to have nunch?
When we go to England, should we just say, we're here for nunch?
I am starving. Are you guys open for nunch?
Are you open for nunch? I just want to I just want to nunch on something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a munch at nunch.
You guys want to eat dinner at 6? I can't. I had a big nunch. What is dinner? Dine. Maybe
dine. Dinner is dine. Inner.
And linner is an official term too. Linner.
Lunch dinner.
It's official. It's an official term. I thought it was slang, but I think it's actually an official term.
And also liger is an animal that exists.
Yes, that's true. I didn't know that either.
But they always have heart problems.
Really?
They have Down syndromes. No, seriously.
That's when a lion and a tiger do it.
When a lion and a tiger do it, but
is that when a lion and a tiger do it?
That's when they do it. But that's the equivalent of like an animal Down syndrome. It's like the same chromosomal thing when the lion bangs a tiger. It's not native to nature.
Wow.
Yeah.
Liger. Lions and tigers are separated by about 7 million years of evolution. Didn't know that.
No clue.
Ligers exist only in captivity because the habitats of the parental species do not overlap in the world. There's no proof that ligers have ever existed in the wild.
You can mate anything. You can mate any animal with any other animal.
But I know. Really?
Our DNA, the thing is with DNA is
what's the thing with DNA?
First of all, shout out Cricket and Helix. Those are the guys that they discovered DNA. Shout out Cricket and Helix.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Sometimes you're like rolling who? And then you're like, shout out Cricket and Helix, the guys who are responsible.
Yeah. Dianobotribic acid. Yeah. I think that's how you say it. But the thing with DNA.
Yes, monkeys are having sex with deer.
Monkeys are having sex with deer. Why would they do that? The thing is with DNA is we have a code. So let's say, I'll make it simple. Let's say the human code is 000001234, but then the code of a pig is 000001342. So we're only ever a couple of numbers away from being an animal. So there's certain DNAs that you can mix. Certain ones it's just not going to work. But technically, I think if you like somehow were able to like, I don't know, bang a parrot.
Right.
You might be able to, there's a chance of it conceiving a baby.
I believe it would have happened. With all these people on Earth, 8 billion people, the percentage of those people are deviants. I feel like somebody would have tried to stick it in a parrot already.
It's, maybe you're right. But I do know that cricket and helix. Is it cricket and helix?
But what is that?
That was a donkey and a zebra.
That looked like a donkey, a zebra, and
let's say this, yeah. A zonkey, they call it. I would have called it a Deborah. A Deborah. They should change zebra and donkey to Deborah.
From zebra? No, what is it called now? Zonkey.
It's called a zonkey. But listen, if you're Deborah out there, just know
you're a total Deborah.
That looks like a Deborah. Look at her.
What would that insinuate? Because that thing is adorable.
Literally, that thing is amazing.
I mean, if that thing trotted in this room right now.
100%.
Oh my God! I'd want to like punch it, but not to hurt it.
Yeah,
just like how you want to punch a baby.
Yeah, I'd immediately
You know
start.
what I mean? Like when you want to squeeze their cheek,
you get so excited. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, you want to just field goal kick them. Yes, I get it. You want to just
because
right
they're so
ahead.
cute.
They're so cute.
Not to inflict violence.
If that thing, I'm telling you, if that thing walked into the room, I would immediately start making out with Deborah right away. I would just tongue kiss Deborah right there. I mean, look at her. It's a zebra and a donkey.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a big cranium.
I like it though.
Yeah,
what else do we got? We got a
Jaglion,
a male jaguar plus a female lion, which just looks like a jaguar to me.
No, that thing looks really weird.
Yeah.
What are the eyes in that thing? The eyes in that thing are scaring me right now.
A Jaglion.
Look at the eyes. It's staring right through us.
Wow, a male jaguar plus a female lion.
A Jaglion.
I would have called it a Lagwar.
That looks straight up demonic. Straight up. That's scarier to me than any singular jaguar or lion.
Yeah.
Look at the right photo.
It is terrifying. I would have called it a Lagwar. Like that sounds like a Spanish infinitive.
I like Lagwar. Jaglion is fun.
Yo soy Lagwar. Laguito. Lagwar. Ustedes, vosotros, Lagwar.
Oh, look at the geep.
Wow, look at the geep.
Oh, my God.
A goat plus a sheep.
The geep takes...
The geep is number one.
The title from Deborah post-haste.
Look at the geep. It looks like it's got all different parts of animals just glued to it.
It looks like a Frankensheep. It looks like...
crazy.
That's wild. Even it's like... It looks like a stuffed animal that someone propped up.
I would go, if that was my animal, I would go, beep, beep. Who got the keys to the geep? Wow, a growler bear. A polar bear plus a brown bear. A growler bear.
Wait,
is that a grizzly bear plus a polar bear? But it says brown bear.
Yeah, because it should be a broler bear or a prown bear.
Should be a prown bear or a bowler bear.
Yeah.
Or a brawler bear.
A growler bear. I wonder how those do. You know, the most vicious one is the polar out of all the bears.
Really?
Or is it grizzly?
I thought Grizzly's got the craziest name.
Yeah, you're right. But I heard polars are not to be effed with. Polars?
Right.
Not.
Do not
mess with a real nice PR team going with them with Coca-Cola.
Right.
During the holidays.
Yeah.
The high holies.
Yeah.
But like, I heard that they are vicious and will tear you apart.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Eurasian.
Yeah. And yeah.
A coy wolf. A coy wolf.
A coy wolf. Coyote plus wolf, which that looks like a wolf to me.
I would have called it a woyote.
A woyote's a nice one.
There is a clear thing here. The team of people that were coming up with these names always went for the less fun name.
Yeah, it's like obviously the Deborah is the one. Did you just see this? A wolfen?
That's what
It's just a whale, a male false killer whale plus a female bottlenose dolphin, a wolfen.
I stand corrected.
That's the best one.
That was like, don't worry, we'll get you a wolfen.
Yeah, because calling it a Dale would be funny. Dale.
What is a wolfen? A whale and a dolphin? So that's got to be messed up when a dolphin's just like, a whale comes up behind the dolphin and it's like, guess what?
Guess it's over.
We're making a wolfen.
Shit.
I'm not asking.
A buffalo plus a cow is called a beefalo. I guarantee you, we've eaten beefalo burgers before. There's no way we haven't eaten beefalo.
Wait, how do you? Isn't a buffalo a male? Isn't a cow female and a bull is?
Yeah, isn't that just
We're
a
gonna go
cow?
through this whole thing again, but isn't a buffalo a bull?
Yeah. It's also called a cattle.
Oh my god, a beefalo is the funniest thing.
A beefalo.
A beefalo burger. Bull and buffalo are two animals that show difference between them in terms of their nature and characteristics. Bull is the male species of the cattle of the cow. Buffalo gives milk, whereas bull does not. So
they're saying the buffalo. If a buffalo has sex with a cow, it's a beefalo.
So a buffalo gives milk.
A bull.
Have you ever had buffalo milk? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Buffalo milk?
No, I've only ever even been to Buffalo, New York twice.
Who is a? So if you're an animal, it's just up to you.
Which we are, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're an animal and you're not human, it's just up to you what you decide to have sex with.
Yeah. I mean,
but if that was true, wouldn't it be just we couldn't even keep track of the animals if every animal if one lone beefalo. What about when a beefalo has sex with like a wolfen?
If a beefalo had sex with a wolfen, that would be chaos. That's another podcast. What's up? Got big news. We got September 17th and 18th, Fort Lauderdale. I'm coming. September 24th to the 26th, Irvine Improv, Los Angeles area, almost sold out. The first show on October 23rd at Foxwoods is sold out. Only tickets available for the second show. And big news, we got the Wilbur Theater in Boston on sale right now, November 21st. Laugh Boston, November 18th to the 20th, all sold out. Wilbur Theater, we've added Sunday night, chrisdcomedy.com, November 21st. Thank you so much. I love you.
All right, cute kids, come see me in Austin, September 24th at the Paramount Theater. That's for the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. I will be headlining there. And then the next day, September 25th, I will be in Denver at the Belco Theater with David Spade and Frank Caliendo for charity. All tickets at salvulcanocomedy.com. And then I'm on tour with the guys. This tour has started. It's an arena tour. I'll tell you the first weekend. Glendale, Arizona, San Diego, California, and Sacramento, California. Those are the first big dates, but all dates are up, and they're at the tenderloins.com/tour. Like, because a beefalo could do whatever he or she wants after they get born too. So now you got someone that's not supposed to be here,
right?
So, like naturally,
and
then they are gonna have relations with another animal that's not supposed to be here. What happens?
See, what I don't know. I don't know if that. See, that might be. We have to obviously. We'd have to talk to Cricket. But the DNA guy, but can you Google if that's? I think I might be doing it wrong. Who created DNA? But do you have? I think that might be too many jumps because you can go too many jumps, so that might not take. Yeah, Francis Crick. I was calling him Cricket, but it's Crick.
Can
and it's Meisher.
Okay. Can any? By the way, that was only in the 50s, right? Because before that, nobody was solving cold cases.
No, DNA was first identified in the late 1860s by Swiss chemist Friedrich Meischer.
But they didn't have DNA testing until
Cricket and Watson. That's who it was.
Because you remember that doc on Netflix called the Strangler or whatever. It's on now. It's like it's a doc about a serial killer from San Diego.
Oh yes,
they caught him using footprints, dude.
Footprints.
Because DNA was not yet a street. No.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Yes.
That's it.
1986, the year the Mets won the World Series, DNA fingerprinting was first used in a police forensic test in 1986. Two teenagers had been raped and murdered in Narborough, Leicestershire, in 1983 and 1986, respectively. Although the attacks had occurred 3 years apart, similarities led the police to believe that one person was responsible for three. Page 5, both. What?
All right, hold on a second.
I don't know what's happening.
That DNA fingerprinting wasn't used until 80. I was 10 years old.
Yeah. You could have gotten away with any crime.
No, but I also feel like that should have been huge news when I was 10.
No.
Like, when I was 10, I remember playing, like, cops and robbers or whatever and looking for fingerprints.
Yeah.
But it was new technology.
The media picks and chooses what they want to make a big splash about.
But in 1986, can you picture that story coming out like, attention, if you touch something,
Yeah.
they could track it back to you now. Like,
Yeah.
everybody must be like, wait, what?
What? Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge news.
Huge news. Yeah, I think it's interesting because now, and it's even further now you can even get, if your DNA is in any date, your DNA doesn't even have to be in a database. Even if they just have like a partial match, if your family member, like let's say your great uncle killed somebody and then you did the DNA, 23andMe thing.
Yeah.
It would go into this big world database, and the computers could just figure it out. If it matched a partial print that they had from your great uncle connected to a crime,
People are getting nabbed from the 23andMe.
That's how all these people are getting caught.
I know.
It's because one of their family members. So if you've committed a crime out there, do not have your family do 23andMe.
Yeah. Did you ever do it? You did because you found that. Yeah.
Found out I'm mostly German, and then they always tell me I got a new relative. But then you got to pay to find out who the new relative is.
No, thank you.
It's bullshit. I don't care. If I don't know you now, if I've been going this long without you, I don't need you, babe.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't need you.
Yeah, and so so I don't drink coffee when I wake up.
And yes, you don't drink coffee. And you know what I started doing again? You know what I started doing? I started eating bacon. Are you
going keto now?
No, I'm eating bacon with bread. I just started eating bacon. Yeah, I just got back into bacon. I don't know what happened. I just said, they said, well, hey, the pigs are the smartest animal. They know that they're being killed and eaten. And I said, I'm smarter than you.
Yeah.
I'm eating you.
Okay.
Which is wrong of me. But I'm not eating cheese, which is interesting.
People keep pigs as pets now more and more.
I'm going to probably get off bacon again at some point.
Everyone eats it. What are we doing? A ham and cheese sandwich.
Right
till I die.
Sal, I'm being honest with you. I don't think I've had a cold cut piece of ham 15, 20 years.
Oh, I love a ham sandwich.
I'm not a cold cuts guy. I'm not Christy cold cuts at all. I'm not. If I was going to go to a deli,
what are you doing?
I go, first of all, I'm the kind of guy that I will go now. It used to be, if you talked to me a week ago, it would be avocado, egg, and cheese on a roll, 24 hours a day. If you don't have avocado, I would say just egg and cheese, ketchup. Now I'll go bacon and egg, no cheese, on a roll with ketchup 24 hours a day. If I'm not in the mood for that, I'll go toasted bagel with butter whenever. Or I'll always do this. I'll go a tuna fish sandwich on whole wheat.
Wow.
From any deli. It doesn't matter. I'll go to any deli and get tuna fish.
A lot of people don't like to risk that.
I'll do it, man. I'll do it. The only thing I won't risk is oysters. I won't do oysters.
If you really think about what you're doing, you won't do oysters? Why?
No.
Never had them?
No, I don't know why. It's just, my girlfriend took me to an oyster bar for my birthday. I didn't eat the oysters.
I do it. I play the part.
Right.
I have oysters. You put the little vinegar in there, put a little lemon in there, a little Tabasco.
You can get destroyed by that, though.
And
you eat a bad oyster?
I know. I never have. Knock on wood, thank God. But but then you taste those things and you just swallow it. Then I was like swallowing them without like chewing them because I thought that's what you're supposed to do. And then someone was like, "No, I chew mine." So then recently I chewed a few of them.
Oof.
Yeah.
But when you just swallow it, doesn't it feel like you're swallowing a loogie?
It probably, kind of does, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I just show up and I'm like, let's do this. Like, I don't know.
We should have oysters at the live show that the people are going to see next week.
I know.
We should have given the front row oysters.
Oh, so yeah, I know. We did the live show. The 3 live shows are in the bank.
They're in the bank.
2, maybe 3.
You're going to see one next week with the live Hey Babe. We're going to release as an episode so you guys can see what we did. How about that? And because we just got to the idea, how about this? We got even better news. October 1st at the Lyric in Baltimore, Sal and I will be doing co-headlining, both doing stand-up and then coming out at the end and maybe doing a couple of minutes of a question and answer mini Hey Babe, but it's a stand-up show. And why don't we give the first row of that crowd oysters?
We'll do it.
Should we do that? Should we cater oysters and get it for them?
Let's do it. I'll do it.
So you got to go to either salvulcanocomedy.com or christcomedy.com and get the Tiki Wikis or the lyricbaltimore.com.
Yeah.
And October 1st.
I also think that North Carolina should be looking out for an announcement.
They should be looking out for an announcement. If you live in the Durham, North Carolina area or anywhere in the South, just put a pin in October 29th. That's all I'll say.
That's all we're saying.
Well, and we're coming to Durham is the other thing I'll say.
We're coming to Durham October 29th.
yeah. But I won't tell you the venue.
The second city has been named. Keep an eye out for more.
Keep an eye on that. But
do you know if you're thinking about when you walk into a deli, what tuna fish is? Because they put like in that tray that they make it in, that tuna fish has got to be like I would call that a 15-pound tray, right?
Right.
It's shredded tuna insides mixed with mayonnaise, and it's put in a 15-pound pile of muck. They chop up a little celery in there maybe, and then they put it in a fridge. And
you've seen this happen.
Well, no, I mean, what are you talking about? I'm just talking about.
No,
tuna
but you worked
salad.
in a deli.
I did it.
You did it. So what was the tuna fish process?
Tuna that's generally could be off-putting to begin with, and there's also something about mayo that's generally off-putting to begin with. And so, when you combine those two, it's very polarizing sandwich. I think a tuna fish, and to go into any old deli, sometimes I gotta be. I like a tuna sandwich, but then sometimes if you think about what it is, like and tuna, the expiration dates on a tuna can, you ever see them?
Like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
That's a albacore that died a decade ago.
Yeah.
That you're putting on white bread with mayonnaise. Oh.
So you don't eat tuna fish ever? You don't like tuna?
No, I don't mind it, but I gotta be in the mood.
Well, it's the same thing with a hot dog. I mean, we talked about it before on the show. I mean, a hot dog's more disgusting than tuna.
I know.
Yeah, I mean a hot dog and tuna. Oh God, Joe DeRosa slept over.
Joe DeRosa just awoke from his
Joe DeRosa slept over in the studio.
Bedroom.
Oh God, dude, you don't look that bad, man. In the morning, you look pretty good in the morning.
Yeah,
I think so, dude.
Well, you actually did just wake up because it looks like you just woke up.
Yeah, I did.
He's got great hair. Joey D's got great hair.
Yeah,
but I mean, do you know what it's like to wake up to your
voice, to Chrissy D's voice, just screaming?
Oh. And then the first thing I heard you say was you were comparing yourself to pig DNA.
I was like, somewhere DeRosa's ears are ringing.
Yes. It's the same, dude.
What were you guys talking about?
DNA. We're talking about
any animal could bang any animal they want, and then you just call them a cute new name.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is a wolf and a dolphin?
A wolfen.
A whale and a dolphin.
A whale and a dolphin.
It's a wolfen.
Is a wolfen. A zebra, and a lion. They call
a zebra and a donkey.
A zebra and a donkey. They call it zonkey, but we would call it a Deborah, or Debra.
And the buffalo and a
buffalo and a cow. It's called a beefalo.
A beefalo. And a goat and a sheep is a geep.
Beep, beep.
No joke.
Wait, no, you're joking, right?
No. This is what we looked up.
We're looking at them too. They're.
We were looking up. Look at that. It's a beefalo, a wolfen.
Wait, but they make a baby?
Yeah, some animals can. I was trying to put forward the theory that even a human. I said if you could have sex with a parrot, you can make a human parrot, but it's false.
I mean, do they have to be in the same category? Like,
look at how skinny Joe's legs are. It just, dude, what are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm not doing leg exercises,
dude.
What do you mean? What's the matter?
What are you doing? It's noon.
Wake up. Dude, we went to bed really late last night.
What time?
Dude, we met up with, can I tell them what we do? Okay. Yeah. We met up with Q.
Yes.
Brian Quinn last night to work on an idea for something and just didn't even open the computer. I mean,
we didn't
drank and had a good time.
We didn't spend 5 seconds on it.
But it was a fun night.
It was a great night.
Yeah,
we ordered a bunch of hoagies and watched the fights, and just drank.
Well, good. You know what? But you need that. You didn't drink?
No.
Why not?
I just didn't.
Do you know he wakes up and doesn't drink coffee? He drinks coffee later in the day.
Really?
He doesn't start.
Both of you guys at coffee day in the beginning of the day.
If I don't start with coffee, I can't even function.
All three of you, coffee to start your day.
Like you just woke up. You're gonna have coffee within the next 20 minutes. You have to.
I mean, I do want to have one, but. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen that machine down there, dude. It's not easy to use. Man.
No, I can't.
You guys have to be well versed on that machine.
Well, Jasmine's down there. She can do it. Women can do it. She just knows how to do it.
You think Jasmine just has an internal Breville manual in her head?
I guarantee you Jasmine can put that on for you and do it. Women just know how to. I guarantee you Jasmine can make that coffee.
Really?
She's down there right now. I bet you. Jazz, you could do it, right? Oh, wow. She said, how much am I getting paid right now? I don't know. Ask DeRosa. He'll give you a tuna fish sandwich from DeRosa's Hard 8.
I'll give you free
No, I just want you to... I'm just saying, as a woman, I bet you can put on that coffee machine.
I don't think as a woman, just as a general matter of course, should even like be words that come out of her.
Or anymore, we can't do it.
Well, we can, but I just think that people will take it and make it whatever they want. Like, for instance, you're just saying because she's a woman, she knows how to make a coffee.
No, I was actually the credit. Actually, what I was saying is a woman is smarter. I was saying a woman is smarter than us, and she would be able to figure that out a lot quicker than we could.
I knew what you were saying.
That's what I'm trying to say. But if it's coming off wrong,
it's like one of those buzz things. As a woman, and then they're gonna think you're.
Right.
I don't think that's what you were saying.
No, that's what I meant.
Oh, let's go to the phones. Let's go to the phones.
That's what I meant. I said
was as complimenting.
I think that it's as a woman. I'm saying I think she can look at that machine and actually figure it out quicker than I have because women have more power, and you have to understand how much women have more power.
How women came about?
How did they come about?
A wombat and a man.
This sounds like at the end of the. You sound like the trainer at the end of the Jake Paul fight last night.
What was he doing?
No, not the Jake Paul one. The one where the two women fought. The woman who won,
Serrano and Mercado.
Yeah, her trainer was going. He goes, "What'd you think of the opponent?" He goes, "Look, Mexicans are supposed to be great fighters. We were expecting a great fight from a Mexican." It was like he was like. I guess he was trying to be nice.
He was saying complimentary, but he was like a big, like beefy, like bald headed, like bro, and it just didn't sound right. He's like, usually a Mexican doesn't back down.
Yeah,
and we thought that this Mexican would back, and it was like, well, why don't you just call her by her name?
Yeah. You were like, these Mexicans are supposed to be great fighters.
Listen, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Go downstairs and have her make the coffee,
machine, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and then have her fucking whip you something up. And have her
because women are so intelligent. They know how to
she's a very good cook, you know. And if she gets out of line, no, get it. If she gets actually, Jasmine's the kind of person I'm she'd hit me before,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see her knock you the fuck out, dude.
Yeah,
that would be a pay-per-view for me.
That would be Should we do that next?
$99.99 pay-per-view.
Yeah,
just get some like 10-ounce gloves.
She's a lefty too, dude. So she would catch me and just knock my head off.
We should videotape that. Like, you have to just stand there, like a jackass thing. Like, just let her like slug you.
My daughter's a lefty too, dude. Because sometimes my daughter will come by, but because she's a southpaw, she'll just catch me in the nuts with a quick jab. But if she was, because you always blocked the right.
Wait a minute. It's a thing for her to just literally use your nuts like a punching bag.
She runs by her brother too and just slaps in the back of the head all the time. Yeah. See you later, Joey D.
Bye, guys.
All right,
20 to 30% of coffee farms are operated by women, by the way. Around 5 million of the estimated 25 million coffee producers worldwide are women.
So 70% to 80% are male.
Well, you don't know if they could be transgender as well.
Right.
That's not. Right. You don't know. You know. I would say, what if 30% of coffee farms are ran by transgender people? You don't know. Okay. Could be even Steven. Babe.
Yes.
I did Copilot. I did that fitness app I was telling you about. Yeah. I had the call with the trainer. First of all, hot diesel guy. He was great. I was breathing heavy on the phone.
That's not even one of the things they tout.
But the people that you're going to talk to are just gorgeous peeps.
Yeah.
It's 100% remote.
Okay.
100% remote control. It's literally a fitness app where it's unbelievable because they hold you accountable. Getting in shape and getting ripped and getting rid of my puffy nipples is all about being held accountable.
Yeah.
And Copilot holds you accountable. You work out on your own schedule. So whatever your schedule may be, you want to work out 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Work out at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
What about 4 or 5?
You could do 4. I have to check I don't know if the app can do it.
But it's going to be a diesel guy helping me.
100% diesel guy or girl, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And it's one-on-one personal training. One-on-one personal training usually costs what? At least $100 a sesh. Easy $100 a sesh.
Yeah.
Copilot costs $69 per month. $69 per month for unlimited. They're hot people.
Yeah. What if I want to work out at 420?
For unlimited 9/11 was an inside job. For unlimited coaching and training, it's not just a great product, it's also a great price. It really truly is. Listen, for $69 a month, you can get on the phone with a hot guy or girl and work out a little bit.
Epstein actually did kill himself.
Yes. Copilot, let's see how they get the discount for their babes. Right. We got to give the babes a discount. Where is it? If you go to mycopilot.com/heybabe. That's mycopilot.com/heybabe. You get 14 days of free training. That's 2 weeks of free training. What's the worst that can happen? You lose a little bit of weight? That's the worst that can happen.
A little bit of puffing them nips.
That's all that could happen to you. Go to mycopilot.com/heybabe. Screenshot pictures of your trainer. Let's rate how hot they are.
Could be even, Steven. What kind of coffee do you indulge in?
Cafe Bustelo.
Oh, wow. The yellow, the old school. That's strong.
I go Cafe Bustelo. That's what I like. I like Cafe Bustelo or I like the coffee from
at home. You do Bustelo.
At home, I'll do Bustelo and a Keurig. I do like I like a French roast. I mean, when you push it all down like that.
The drip.
I like the drip. Chrissy Drip Drop. I also like the coffee right by the studio, a couple of blocks away. I like it. I like that coffee a lot, and I like the croissants. But if I'm home, I typically here's the thing. I like Keurigs. I like the Cafe Bustelo Keurig, but I do feel now that I actually own an actual house, I gotta have something better.
Get yourself a coffee pot.
Christmas gift maybe for me?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, I like that a lot.
Great.
You need a housewarming gift?
Nothing.
I'm gonna get you the. You want to roast them fresh?
Yes.
Grind the beans fresh. Put them in a thing like that.
Jazz, you good with grinding the beans fresh? Can you figure that out?
No, it's just a little thing. It's simple.
Jazz.
Like the thing I have downstairs. You want that? You guys want that?
Yeah.
All right.
She's not answering. Is she okay? Jazz, are you okay? Oh, you're reading. Sorry. All right, well, we're getting you a coffee bean machine.
That's what it's called.
Puerto Ricans should know how to make coffee, just like the trailer.
A coffee bean machine.
My
grandfather used to wake up every morning, and he used to just put... the way he made his coffee was wild. He had a little tin. It almost looked like a little tin kettle.
Yes, I know exactly what that is.
Like it was just like almost like steel or something. And he just he had this like it almost looked like a fishing net, like a net. It was like had a wooden handle with like a net on it.
Okay.
And he would just put actual ground coffee in that, and it was like thick enough that it wouldn't fall through. And then he would just steep it in the kettle for the whole day. Like, he'd put it on and just leave it there. It was like black. I mean, when the darkest of dark. So
he would just drink it all day.
And he would just pour it out, but it would be steeping all day long.
Really?
Yeah.
And so the stove was on the entire day.
He would I don't know. I guess he would heat it or whatever it is. But I remember when he would pour it out, it was like you could smell coffee through the house for the whole
That's
day.
An awesome smell, though.
It was so good. I woke up every day with like smelling
that smell of
and
coffee.
I still don't drink coffee like that. But
wow, it's just for me. It's like because the thing is, I didn't really even start drinking coffee till I was like 25, which is late. Not until graduate school.
Me too.
I lived my whole life without it, and then once I started drinking it for literally 2 days, I cannot live without it.
That's wild.
Which is I mean, it's not good.
I thought when I was little, I thought it was like kids shouldn't have coffee. That's what I thought.
No.
Is that the truth?
No. Well, in America, but in Europe, the kids drink coffee all day.
Yeah, they drink it.
And they drink alcohol when they're 15.
Yeah, they drink coffee all day long. Because my nieces are drinking coffee now because of the coffee craze.
What's the coffee craze?
In the United States?
Oh.
No, I just mean like coffee now is marketed like like water is.
Yeah.
So they're all going to Dunkin' and Starbucks and they're drinking coffees like, at age like 12, 14, 16.
It's like the thing to do.
You guys shouldn't be drinking this. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because I think it's like not good for you.
Yeah, I heard that it stunts your growth. We're going to have a very short population.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be like, imagine America's going to be like the pygmy people.
Could you imagine being 14 and having $5 and being like, I'm going to go spend this on coffee?
No.
When we were...
Here we go. Yep. There's the coffee machine. Thanks, Joe.
I could do that for you if you need me to, because you do need
You
slight
figured
guidance.
it out? Well, that's because you're a woman, you pig.
I honestly don't believe in any way, shape, or form he's going to do this.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Joe, to prove it, I'd like you, if you could, to bring up 2 cups for Sal and I, please, because I want to test this.
Now, what you're doing, though, is you're making espresso as a base, and so you're going to have to dump that out and then do that 3 times in order to make 3 of them. All right, I'm going to go on record again and say I don't think this is going to end well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do it right.
Joe, but if it's good and tastes good, I swear to God, I'll give you the credit. Like I want to be very honest here.
The beans are up. They're already in the machine. You see them?
You don't have a house.
What do you say?
He said buy him one too.
Yeah.
Because you're giving them away like a.
I know. It is. It's true.
Yeah.
You always get a nice gift from Sally Babes.
Settle down with a family, buy a home, and that's one coming your way.
Yeah.
T-minus 15 more years.
Joey D. It's freaking unbelievable, dude. I just want to give a quick shout out to the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
You got
because
to.
They're the Super Bowl champs.
The Super Bowl
Led
champs.
by T. Brady.
T. Brady, unbelievable game he had.
Oldest guy in the NFL to do it.
And Tampa Bay, it's a home stadium, never happened before.
That's correct.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Who wants to be remiss?
The best part of waking up
is Patrick Mahomes
in your cup. Congrats. He's got a good, bright future ahead of him.
The whole team, the organization there is solid.
Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, in my opinion, are the new Crick and Watson. Wow. They're the new Crick and Watson.
They're going to be changing the league like DNA.
Yes. Yes.
They do have DNA. They do have football in their DNA. Mm-hmm. Don't they, though?
They do have football in their DNA.
Yeah.
They do. And what's interesting about DNA is the spiral code of it. You want to hear something wild right now?
Nothing I want to hear more than something wild right now.
When you take a person's cells and their DNA and the way it's coded, two things happen. Number one, all their coding for the DNA is how they code it all is all a series of zeros and ones, just like a computer. When
like the Matrix.
Like the Matrix. When you lay out somebody's DNA and all their cells in their body, you know what it looks exactly. When you lay out somebody's DNA and the cells in their body, when they're dead, you know what it looks exactly like? The stars in the sky. It looks just like the universe. It's wild when the inside of our bodies are from the same matter that make up the universe. We are the universe. We are the world. We are the champions.
Shout out. Shout out Queen. Shout out Africa.
Shout out Africa. What a country, Africa.
Yeah.
In your life, are you going to go to Africa?
Yeah.
100% me too.
Yeah, 100%.
South Africa or Sub-Saharan?
Why not both?
Yeah.
I'd like to give a nice tour over there.
Yeah, what magic? Me and you will go over there. We'll
get
look
some
for
coffee, get some tuna, pet a wolfen.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Pet a liger.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's no joke over there, dude. You ever go safari?
No, I've never been.
I've done Six Flags.
I was going to say the Six Flags ones is the only one, and I did the safari ride at Universal Studios.
Yeah. So,
just hold for the coffee machine, please.
So, so you've done the Six Flags safari, and you've done. What'd you say?
The one in Universal Studios, they have a safari, or Disney. One of the ones.
So you kind of get Africa.
I understand Africa.
Yeah.
I understand Africa pretty. Yeah. And I also.
So is it worth going? Because you've already done the Six Flags.
Listen, I've been
in Jackson, New Jersey.
Here's the thing.
Safari.
I went to Jackson, New Jersey. I did the
7A
safari.
off the.
Yeah,
turnpike.
I did that, and then I've done that. I've done the safari ride in Florida, and then I've also sat in a Tesla. Elon Musk from South Africa. I've done Africa.
Yeah.
That's Africa.
You probably don't need to go.
I would love. If you go, my friend went. You have to get a yellow fever shot. You have to. It doesn't matter if you're even updated the vax. It doesn't matter if you're anti-vax.
Yeah.
You have to get a yellow fever shot. Have to. If you get yellow fevers, it's bad. You ever meet anybody who got like an old school disease? Like I met a person who got dysentery and malaria. They said, and I met a person who had Legionnaire's disease.
I know all these names, but I don't know what they do.
He said when he got Legionnaire's disease, one friend said when he got Legionnaire's disease, he said he thought he said you get to a point where your body gets so sick that you just know you're going to die. He said your brain starts to do something where it says it's over.
Oh,
you're going to die, like you just know, and you start to prepare for that.
What is it, somebody eating away at you, Legionnaire's disease?
Legionnaire's disease, I think what it does primarily affects the lungs. It can cause infections in wounds and in other parts of the body, including the heart. A mild form is Legionnaire's disease, known as Pontiac
fever.
Pontiac Grand Am fever
can
produce fever, chills, headache, and muscle aches.
I thought that's just when you really wanted a muscle car really bad.
Yeah.
You had Pontiac fever. Pontiac, Michigan. Shout out.
Shout out Pontiac, Michigan. Pontiac don't even make cars no more.
No, they don't?
I don't think so.
Pontiac doesn't make cars?
I don't think so. Neither does Saturn.
That I knew.
I don't think Pontiac makes cars anymore unless they were bought up by Pontica. Potnica. Is Potnica still around is what Pimpy just... Now he wrote Pontiac. Poniac.
Pontiac.
Oh, it's Staten Island Buick.
Can you buy Pontiac cars?
The GM will continue to make parts for Pontiac models. But, okay, so if you got a Pontiac,
Those are some old school, like, Buick is definitely like a parent.
Yeah.
You never see a young kid with a Buick.
No, but it'd be fun. I would love to see one.
Buick is like the Claridge.
I had a Buick for 15 years.
My first car was a Buick, but I got it from my parents.
Wow.
In 1985, silver Buick Skyhawk.
Wow, 1985 fingerprints weren't even invented yet.
Wow.
Holy
Car
smokes.
could have got stolen. I would have never known.
Holy
If I didn't see
smokes.
footprints.
Yes, I love it.
All right, talking to you about DraftKings, which I have on my phone. I have $186.09 balance.
Wow.
Yeah, I use it weekly. It helps my Sundays. It gets me more into Sunday football because I got a little action going in every game.
You got a little action going in every game.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. And with the NFL returning, DraftKings is giving new customers $200 in free bets instantly when you bet $1 or more on any football game. Listen up, because you don't want to miss it.
Absolutely, dude. DraftKings is what you need to do. That's what Tom Brady won the Super Bowl off DraftKings.
Shout out, Tommy.
They threw the whole game. He got a big prize on the back end from DraftKings. I'm kidding. DraftKings, but it is fun to gamble with DraftKings.
You get the app now, and if you bet $1 or more on any game in week one, they're going to give you $200 in credit for free to bet instantly. Nothing adds to the excitement of watching a game quite like having a free shot at $1 million
top prize.
Yeah.
$1 million top prize. You win that prize. You're going to get tax on it a little bit, and then you put the rest in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Invest it right into cryptocurrency.
Right. So if you download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use the promo code HeyBabe, so download it right now.
Okay.
Promo code HeyBabe. Receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any football game. You get 200 freebies and get a free shot at $1 million top prize with your first deposit. That's promo code HeyBabe for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey, IN is Indiana, or PA only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Dude, DoorDash. First of all, DoorDash is legitimately all I use to get food.
I love it. I use it all the time.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've wanted late night ice cream. How many times I've just wanted like any type of meal, pizza, pasta, whatever, locally. Yeah. How many times, there's been a couple of times even when I wanted to cook, me and my girl were cooking, but I forgot an ingredient. DoorDash just brought the ingredient.
That's right, because they do that now. They're not just delivering from your local restaurant or mom and pop or chain. You can get now essential items delivered to DoorDash, drinks, snacks, other household items, all in under an hour. It's a delivery service basically now.
Yeah, I know. My stepmother was telling me the other day, she goes, your father, all he's doing all day is on DoorDash all day ordering cucumbers. And I don't know what he's doing, but she was like, that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. We live in Florida now, and he just orders the cucumbers all day, but DoorDash brings them to him in packs, and it's no problem.
Revolutionizing the way we eat and consume cucumbers. With over 300,000 partners, you can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from favorite national restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, or Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory, they might have 300,000 pages on the menu.
I love it.
I love Cheesecake Factory.
I know.
Literally.
I like that menu. I welcome it. I like flipping through 30 pages.
I will defend Cheesecake Factory. That's my Alamo.
Yeah.
I will defend that at all costs. You will not get the Cheesecake Factory.
And nobody's bringing Cheesecake Factory to your door the way DoorDash does.
DoorDash will bring it right to your door, and for a limited time.
Download the app. You download it, and you click a couple of buttons. Food from your place is arriving.
As a matter of fact, because why don't you download the app and then tweet screenshots of you downloading the app at HeyBabePod on Twitter. Do it. Do it.
Do it. You heard what he said to you.
Do it.
For a limited time, our listeners can just do it. For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app. Just do it and enter code HeyBabe. I think we should trademark that. Just do it.
DoorDash, just do it.
That's 25% off up to $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code HeyBabe. Don't forget, that's code HeyBabe for 25% off your first order with DoorDash, subject to change, terms apply.
That's great. Dude, we're going to be so rich. Just do it. That's our trademark.
Yeah.
Hey, babe, just do it.
Yeah.
Fucking great, dude. You know how to make money.
Yeah.
Awesome. Get the lawyer on the phone.
Your DNA could stretch from the earth to the sun and back 600 times.
I think I told you that.
So I think you were talking intestines, but pass.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all 99.9% alike. Of the 3 billion base pairs in the human genome, only 0.1% are unique to us. See, I told you. While that 0.1% is still what makes us unique, it means we're all more similar than we are different. Ooh, I can smell the coffee now. It smells like your grandpa. Genes make up only about 3% of your DNA. Genes are short segments of DNA.
I'll tell you what else. Genes make up only about 3% of my wardrobe. Athleisure all the way.
All the way.
All the way on the athleisure.
Samesies.
Shout out athleisure.
Shout out Bare Bottom. They send all the great athleisure. And Lululemon, if we're being honest, but they don't want to get involved yet. A DNA test can reveal you're more Irish than your siblings. Okay. Is that specifically? Your sister could be much more Irish than you. I don't know why they're going specific with the Irish. And it's true for any of over 350 regions covered by the Ancestry DNA test. So your sibling could also be more or less British, Nigerian, or Scandinavian than you. What?
Yeah.
I don't understand what that means.
You know, Game of Thrones, I got hot and heavy with Game of Thrones during the pandemic.
I call it the Pandy Wandy.
Pandy Wandy, the pandemic.
The dem is funny.
The dems. And, everyone's having sex with their families on that.
That's all the old ancient world was, babe.
I understand, but
Yeah.
when did it hit speaking of Pontiac, when did it hit a fever pitch where somebody was like, you know what? I don't think you should do that. I think that's weird. And then everybody else was like, it is weird. And then because they had to be shamed out of it, or did we get medically advanced? I think, and then they were like,
listen. After every single child you're having with your cousin starts to look like a beefalo, I think that you start to say, you know what, we can't do this anymore. There's a clear reason why this nature doesn't want it. What nature actually wants, the healthiest people, the healthiest children are the ones who are furthest away from their nationality. So actually nature wants you to have sex outside of your race.
Right.
So you have a Chinese, an Asian person mixed with like a sub-Saharan African person, or even further, that's the healthiest child. Nature gives those children the least complications usually.
Is that true?
Isn't that wild? Because you think, you should stay with their not that you should, but you think, I know, right?
And when you think of animals, and it's always like, this is a purebred so and so.
Yes,
they always have more problems.
Always have more problems.
Right. So
always.
There's the same thing in the dog world.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Joe's brought the coffee.
I mean, they're espresso, so they're small.
Does it count if it's espresso? That's fine.
See what it's up.
Thank you. Did Jazz help you out all? This is all you. Yeah. Cheers. I want to give a shout out to your grandpa.
Thank you.
Up above. Love you, Pops. Yeah. As the kids would say, this slaps.
It's an espresso.
It's an espresso.
Yeah.
This is good, dude.
I got to tell you, dude,
So-
stick with the Keurig, dude. It's not worth the headache.
You think the Keurig? That just was brutal, right?
See how long that took? Dude?
Yeah.
To make
You made 3. It took 9 minutes.
It was.
Yeah, but
I
you
would've
also
been
had a
3
learning
Keurigs in.
curve. I make this shit in 2 seconds. This is freshly ground beans, babe.
I know it's delish, but I wish there was a quick setting on it.
How do you...
You want freshly ground espresso made in less than 2
I'd
minutes.
also like an Americano button.
Put the poll up.
So
Keurig
you put
versus
the water in there.
ground beans. This is taste buds. Put the poll up. Tweet the poll out right now, pimp.
You put some water in here, this becomes an Americano. Is that not right?
But
But how do you make coffee down there? Is there an option to make coffee, or that is just an espresso machine?
Just an espresso.
For the housewarming gift, I'd like a coffee machine.
I understand, babe, and you're going to be covered in full.
Okay.
The thing about the coffee machine is you got to make a full pot. That's why the Keurig comes into play, right? The Keurig, right?
Right.
But the coffee, I don't really drink coffee.
You just drink espresso.
I drink espresso only.
you know what I had that was fantastic?
And I make it a
But for the
cappuccino.
housewarming gift, I will have the coffee option.
You will have the coffee option.
Will it have an iced coffee option?
I think that's up to you, right? You have to put ice in it.
Got it.
Right?
Makes sense.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but a
yeah.
cold brew option, I meant.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to look at the latest and greatest model with the most features, and that's the one you're going to get.
Appreciate it.
All right?
Totes appreciate it.
Yeah,
You can get that machine. You can get that machine with a coffee pot extension.
You can?
Well, that's what you're saying. You're saying he's going to be.
No, I didn't say that. Roll back the tape. I didn't say that.
No,
I'm saying I hope so.
No. You're saying you're going to be fully. When you said you're going to be fully covered.
Yeah.
By that, I assumed you meant there was a coffee addition to this.
Right.
I'm telling him, you want, first and foremost, you want to be able to make a pot of coffee. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
You have a Keurig already.
We got a Keurig.
Keurig is for fast, on the fly. You can make one cup at a time.
Yeah.
People can self-serve. You don't have to make a whole pot.
No.
Because you don't remember back in the day, it'd be like, hey, would anyone else have coffee? If so, I'll put on a pot.
Right.
Keurig is more like single-serve, fast,
Doesn't matter.
gunslinging.
If you want coffee, you can just have the coffee yourself. You don't have to worry about anybody else's needs and
what
interests.
about brewing a pot though? Like the old school people do, leaving it on there all day and keep going back to the pot. The pot stays hot on the pot warmer.
Yeah.
That's the classic way to have a coffee.
That's the classic way to have a coffee.
But this, I'm telling you, this
is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's also something about the mug too. The mug, I kind of feel like me. It's like drinking out of a tin mug. I feel like I'm on a ship.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, you need a little espresso cup. I couldn't find any.
We have them.
I'm sure you do.
We have them. They're on
somewhere.
display. They're right there. If you would have looked, if you put any effort
I
into it.
mean, totally.
dude, this week. Here's it. Just while I got everybody in the room. This week, do you guys want to go to Hershey Park?
No.
My mom was there 2 days ago. I do. I would
Go
love
on the
to.
rides, dude.
I mean, there's nothing more. There's nothing more that I would want to do.
You want to do it?
My mom went this week with my nieces.
You guys want to go?
I was talking to someone recently, telling them how bad I miss theme park action, like parks like that, and like carnivals and shit.
Why don't we just go to Great Adventure then in Jersey? Why drive all the way to Hershey Park?
You mean in
Because
Jackson or 7A of the Turnpike?
You wanna go on a safari?
I mean, why don't we go to the safari?
You mean why don't we go to Africa?
Put it up on the page. Should we find a free day and go to the safari?
I really want to do it.
That'd be really funny.
You know what the problem is with me? I don't have a passport. I went to go get a passport yesterday. 9-month wait.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
9-month wait to get a passport.
They know not to give one to an animal like you, dude.
Yeah. No, I'm
They
gonna have
look
to
you up and down on the way in. The guy's
They
like,
say,
it's a
no.
9-monther.
Yeah, I have to go under the plane. It's going to have to be one of those things where I don't like to do this, but we're going to have to call in some like big connect. Like we're going to have to call some connects.
I'll tell you right now, this is wild because my passport expired a month ago, and I have an appointment to get a renewal in a few days. Actually,
Where?
I have an appointment to get a renewal Tuesday at the
Who's your guy?
the post office.
You go to the post office? And
They'll initiate it, but I don't know now if you're scaring me that'll take 8 months to process.
Wait, did you just call the post office and set it up?
Indeed.
What forms do you need?
You know, the form for passports.
You don't have any. You have no info.
I think they can be printed out online.
So, but did they
I
told you
have to go to CVS and get like a passport photo.
You could go to Rite Aid.
Yeah,
Doesn't
go to
have to be
Rite Aid. I
CVS.
could go to Dwayne Reed.
You do it at Sheetz gas
I could do
station.
it at Walgreens.
Anyway, you go
probably.
Target.
Yeah, I could probably do it at Costco. Might be able to go to Burlington Coat Factory. I don't know.
How about Pim takes your passport photo?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, why not?
It just has some little requirements, but I'm sure you could probably
No,
nail
it has to be at a licensed CVS dealer.
No, I have my camera with me.
Yeah.
We should do podcasts from the safari in the car with the mics.
Let's do that. I've done a mobile podcast before. Let's do it. Let's do the
Let's
podcast.
do it.
Let's do the podcast live
From the Safari.
Safari car.
I'm
Yes.
1,000% in.
My only question, we have to ring decide which, because they can wreck shop on your car, right? The animals. Don't you like waive liability when you go in there in case a baboon just wants to fucking?
So you want to rent a car and do it?
No, I don't know. Let's look into that.
Joe has a Jeep Wrangler, right?
He does.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, babe.
It was a soft top. I'd be afraid to get eaten by a giraffe.
You got to tell me what happens with the passport.
A giraffe is a giraffe and a Rastafarian. I'll let you know. Dude, I want to go today to Six Flags and do a podcast from the safari.
Babe, should we go to Six Flags? She said, oh, yeah, we're moving in 2 weeks.
Okay.
What can you do?
All right. But look at me in my eyeballs. It's going to get done. We're doing it.
By the way, speaking of moving, how about this? You got to move it. It's, a job. Packing up an apartment, bringing it to a house, obviously, whatever, big job. I went to Googled online, went to all these, fancy companies, they're like $2,000, $3,000. We'll pack it up. We have state-of-the-art tape and this and that, and just douchebags. I literally met a guy, some Russian guy, owns a movie company. His name's Sergey. His cigarette out of his mouth. I told him everything we needed to do. He goes, $500. I swear to God. I swear to God. He goes, to deal with these companies, they didn't have this date. They said we can only do between 12 and 2, and we only have this date and that date, and we take off for this and that. He goes, what date? He goes, let me check book. Opens up his book. He goes, you're good, 6:30 a.m. $500. You give me cash day of? I said, yeah. And then he goes, I swear to God, his cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He smelled like a pack of cigarettes. And he goes, we bring, I'm like, do you have like the specific kind of tape? I heard there's a tape you can't get in Home Depot. And he goes, he opens the truck. He goes, look. He goes, I have black tape like this, good adhesive. He goes, nothing break. He goes, if I break anything of yours, you don't pay me. I was like, what? So he was like, yeah. He goes, $500. That's it.
I was going to ask you because I was going to say there's no way he has insurance, but I guess that was his insurance policy.
You know, he said, I only got one problem. I said, what? He goes, you moving to Staten Island? I said, yeah. He goes, I have no Easy Pass. I was like, can you just pay cash for the tolls? Can I give it? He goes, that solves problem. I swear to God.
You'll bring up a good point.
Yeah. He go,
Cash is legal tender.
But that's the thing. It's like literally like you go through all these like new fancy companies and they only did online quotes and this and that. They're like, we make it simple and easy for you. Literally the easiest thing in the world was talking to Sergey. He says he has no cell phone, by the way. He goes, you have to call my landline. He goes, I call you from. I swear to God. He goes, call me.
I want to take bets, pimp.
You call my number. He goes, but you're in the book. You're in the book. September 14th, 6:30 a.m. We'll be there. He goes, do you have parking? I said, no. He goes, it's okay. We make. I was like, okay.
Make?
I don't know what he's going to do. He said he was going to make.
So he's going to go to BK, load you up, and then in one shot, did he talk about the size of his truck?
No, well, I told him what we had. 3 beds or whatever, and he goes, I disassemble, I reassemble. He goes, only thing I don't put sheets on, and we were like, we would never ask you to ever put the sheets on. I swear to God. He goes,
he's like, this is where I draw a line.
Yeah, he goes, I disassemble, reassemble everything. I put furniture in everything. He goes, I bring me, my son, and I got 2 other guys. I was like, okay.
So it's 3 people total.
3 people total, but the guy who I know, basically it's the moving company of the guy who's home, of the family's home we bought. He said Sergey sits in the truck the entire move and just smokes cigarettes.
Wait, it's the moving company of the what?
The moving company. So the people's, who we bought the house from.
Yeah.
It's their moving company, like the moving company that they used.
Okay.
They don't own it. They use it. And he was like, this guy, when we were at the house today, that moving company was there taking out some stuff in the garage.
So moving them out and you in?
Yes, and he picked up a job because the guy was like, he's the best. So he was telling me a story where he was like, like they were like literally, they were moving like this humongous china cabinet, and the 3 guys just couldn't figure it out. He said Sergey walked up the stairs with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth in like 2 moves, just done they couldn't do it. He goes, he just put like this and like this. And then he backed it all out, and he said he said literally, as soon as one cigarette is done, falls out of his mouth, he lights up another one.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's just a workhorse.
Workhorse all day, but he sits in the truck most of the day.
He's a real Hushin.
He's a Hushin.
Russian horse.
Russian horse.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
A real.
Or he's a horse.
He's a horse.
Sergey.
Okay, I can't wait. I would like to take. Do you feel it's on the up and up? Do you feel like nothing will break? Do you feel like it will be done on time for the amount? Do you feel like this is going to be a 10 out of 10 A+ experience for Chris and his family?
I think you need to put a tracker in a box because if he has no cell phone, he drives off with your shit.
With my shit, yeah. Well, and he also said too, he goes, you have kids? I said, yeah, I got 3 little kids. He goes, they can ride in the truck with me if they want. I was like, okay. Like, just joking. It's like, it's fun. The kids have fun with the truck.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
It's either going to be awesome or you're going to have many problems.
Well, the people, honestly,
nowhere in between.
The moving that the product, the things that we saw him moving in and out of the previous home looked fantastic. Like, he wrapped it all up.
But how is it worth him to get 2 men and a truck for $500?
I don't know.
Like, that's crazy. It just seems like he's got to pay the guys.
Maybe he owns a lot of Bitcoin. Some people don't do this stuff for the money.
Or maybe they're in debt to him.
Maybe that too. Maybe they're not getting any of the money.
Did he speak about insurance at all?
He didn't speak about anything. He didn't even ask me a question about insurance.
Did you ask about insurance?
I didn't ask. I said $500. I'm in.
Is everything he's moving like? Is there anything that's precious to you that he's moving? Like, obviously you don't care when he moves the love sack, right? I mean, that's not going to break.
No, I don't. I don't really. No, there's nothing precious. There's nothing precious.
There's not like a piece of like, I don't know what. Like, what do you? But everything else you take on yourself.
Yes.
Your clothes, your jewelry, your whatever the hell.
I'll pack that up in boxes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing really precious. There's nothing precious.
Are you like, as you go, here's a little hint, because moving, I don't know when last time you do it, but like you have access to the house even now,
right now.
So like when you come back and forth on these little trips to like
take a little,
let the guy in or do this, every single time take stuff with you.
Just take a little.
Every time.
It just lightens the
load.
load.
If you happen to go back and forth for 15 times in the next month, like, whatever it is, always take stuff with you.
Always, right? I should start clearing out. I have like a little, storage space. I should just take everything in that storage space that's in bins now, the winter clothes, and just put them in my trunk and just bring them.
Every time you come.
One by one.
I'll tell you another little, and this has turned into like very much of a Martha Stewart thing now, but I'll tell you another hack I learned myself. I've used it for 3 moves. I suggested it to a half dozen people. They sing the praises of this hack. IKEA has these blue bags. They used to be 50 cents each. Now they're like $1.19 or something.
Unbelievable.
They sell them for shopping. They're like these big like vinyl bags with these heavy handles on them. They can carry, like, no joke, like I swear, like 70, 80 pounds a bag, probably more. They don't rip. I bought 50 bags.
50?
Yeah, they're the bags are the shape of a box. They're like square bags. You could pack them like boxes, but then they have handles. They're stronger than boxes. You don't have to break them down. You don't have to assemble them and tape them up, and you don't even have to label them because you could see what's in them, and they stack. They're cheaper than boxes.
Can you Google the IKEA bags just so I know which ones I want to get clarification?
They're more durable than boxes. They store away much smaller than boxes. You can put all 50 in a little box themselves.
This one, the IKEA blue bag?
That's it, baby.
Which one?
Oh, that's it.
Which one?
They're all the same one.
$12.75 though now.
No. That's got to be for a case of them. You go to IKEA right now in Elizabeth, New Jersey. They're $1 each.
What if I want to go to the one in Brooklyn?
That's dope. Somebody took the bag and made a friggin' bolo. Made a fedora
out of it.
That's high fashion.
You want the IKEA fedora?
Streetwear. Dude, I'm telling you
so
right
we'll get
now,
those
and
bags.
They don't rip. I'm telling you, dude.
Do you have any bags left over from your last move?
Every time someone moves, I've given them like all the bags, and they give me them back, but I always lose like 5 in the transaction.
Got it.
I might have like.
I want my housewarming gift in the bag.
I might like have 20 downstairs. I'm telling you, dude. And then also to pack them, it's just like throw it in the bag. It doesn't matter.
It's just easy,
and it's $1, so you don't care. Like you can make a trip right now and just fill a bag with nonsense, but then you could, dude.
It's so much better than boxing.
You will report back on this podcast, and you will say it changed my life. And IKEA, if you're watching, and we know that you are, and people start to catch on to this, and it's a thing. Something has to come my way.
Seriously,
at least a meatball. Something.
Yes. Okay, the IKEA bags. All right, that's good. That's good. Now, why did you bring up sexual relations or cohabitation involved?
You guys are talking about like pretty much incest. So these are the states that allow first cousin marriage.
What?
So you can marry your first cousin in Alaska.
Wait, marriage. Hold on. The first column is marriage. The second is sexual relations.
So you can have sex with your first cousin in
Alabama,
but you cannot marry them.
Oh my God, you could have sex with your first cousin in almost every state.
California, you can marry and have sex with your first cousin.
Hold on, we just looked at 20 states. The only state that says no right now is Arizona
and Delaware.
No, but you could have sex. The right column is sexual relations and cohabitation, just not marriage.
Look at Illinois.
In Illinois, you can marry them only if both parties are 50 and older, or one is infertile.
So if you're in love with your cousin, you're waiting till their 50th birthday?
Yeah.
Wow. In Indiana, you have to be 65
Oh,
or
my
older.
God.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Kentucky is just no and no. So you think
would think Kentucky would be like, yee-haw, let's do it.
The South. Actually, the South, you cannot marry your first cousin and you can't have sex with them or cohabitate.
But right now, the only 2 states that you can't have sex with your first cousin in legally is Arizona and Kentucky.
Look at Maine.
Proof of genetic counseling from a genetic counselor. Who's it? Okay.
In Minnesota, the only instructions for Minnesota on whether you can marry your first cousin or not is you can only marry certain types.
Only
What does that mean?
So yeah, if you're both type A personality, you can't do it. If
Dude, Mississippi says no on the sex.
So all the South says no.
But you are legally allowed to have sex with your first cousin in so far 47 states.
New York, yes and yes.
New Jersey and New York, you could have and marry.
Is there a first cousin you're in love with?
That is weird. Oh, that's disgusting. Wow. North Dakota, the only state to say no to both.
No, there's a bunch of states that said no to both.
Kentucky.
To both?
Kentucky said no to both.
Kentucky and North Dakota.
North Carolina says yes, except in the rare case of double first cousins. What is a double first cousin?
Let's
Pimp,
go.
please Google double first
What is
cousin.
a double first
this is
cousin?
Francis and Crick stuff right here.
This is weird.
DNA discovering.
Double first cousins. DNA comes from the same source, but not directly from a shared parent.
I don't understand. It is still the same amount of DNA because all grandparents are the same. DNA comes from the same source, but through all grandparents. Can you explain it? Explain
How
it.
common are double first cousins?
What's a double first cousin?
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Did you?
No, not the genomes unzip. When you get into I just need somebody to explain it like I'm stupid.
So a first cousin is when siblings
double
have
first
children.
cousins for dummies.
A first cousin is when siblings have children, right?
A first cousin.
Their own children. That's
Yes.
the first cousin.
Yes.
So maybe a double first cousin is when two siblings have a baby.
No.
I can't
When
read
two
that.
siblings from one family marry two siblings from another family, then their children are double first cousins. Double first cousins share both sets of grandparents and are as genetically related as half siblings. I understand. So if you and your sister,
Yeah.
married me and my sister,
Okay.
if your sister married me and you married my sister,
And we have
we have
children.
kids, our kids are double first cousins.
Because right.
Because
right.
we're in the same family. Because we're both marrying in the same. I got
so
my
it
sister
happens
who's
whenever two siblings marry another
when
two
two
siblings.
families, when they basically, yeah, like you're marrying into the same family. Like if your sister,
So if I marry your sister, right, then our child you're their uncle, but then my sister is both their aunt because she's married to you, but also because she's my sister.
yes,
So it's a double.
this has been Hey Babe.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be